Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Essential Wellness Team Call. I'm here this morning with the beautiful and amazing Dr. Jenny Tufenkian, and I'm going to pass it over to her in just a moment. But I wanted to take just a few moments to say hello and welcome to our community. We are really excited. We've been doing a team call for a number of years on Wednesdays, but we have moved that to an all business call on our Visionary Leaders page. And as you know, Dr. Jenny Tufenkian was doing a Facebook Live on Thursdays with us. So we decided to combine Dr. Jenny Tufenkian's call, Dr. Josie Schmidt, who does our Doc Talk call, and Ariana's Harley's call, who does an oils A to Z, and wrap them into a brand new team call on essential wellness for all of our wonderful and lovely customers that we love so much, because we want to educate you and inspire you in all of the ways to use your essential oils and to learn more about the philosophies of natural medicine and natural wellness and how to care for you and your family. We are incredibly fortunate that we have the most amazing doctors on our team that are so generous with their time and with their information and with their knowledge to come to us and to bring us all of the amazing content that they have to share. I, for one, am so grateful for you, Dr. Jenny, for just giving us this time every other week. It's so much value. This is a true gift that we have on our team, and this is something not to take for granted. So please save the date every Monday at 10 a.m. and tune in live. And if you're unable to tune in live, the recordings will be on our team website. And then we will also be doing Facebook Lives, so you can find the recordings there. And so you can go back and listen to the calls. I want to just announce really quickly for all of you, I'm sure that you're aware that December is the month of frankincense. And we are so blessed that doTERRA, with a PV order, gives us a free bottle of frankincense. So you're going to be seeing education all month long about what we call the king of oils. It is a powerhouse oil that we love. And the other exciting announcement today is that in your back office, where you go and do your orders, you can get the magical oil of yarrow palm. We've already been educating also about this oil, and it is a powerhouse of an oil. We are so lucky to have this in our oil collection. So look for more education about that. And I don't know, I know, Dr. Jenny, that's not what you're going to be talking about today, but if you want to add any tips about yarrow palm, or if any of you have questions about yarrow palm, we could maybe throw in a little discussion about yarrow palm. But I posted on the Essential Wellness page a great amount of information that came from Dr. Laura Jacobs. And then a little later this afternoon, there's going to be a great video posted. And then also please look for every day for the next couple days, there's little videos about frankincense with some amazing testimonials. The videos are just 2-3 minutes long, but it will give you lots of ideas of all the different ways we can use frankincense. And then the other release that we have today is our kids line. You can buy the kids line in individual bottles. So we're also really excited about that. Any other announcements? Did I get it all? And if you're in Portland, please join us tonight at our Essential Wellness Holiday Bazaar and Healers Fair. We have some exciting gifts that you can buy for the holidays, but the part that I'm really excited about is we're going to have Joe and April doing reflexology sessions. We're going to have Dr. Jody there with her Visia machine, and you can do a face scan, which will give you the health of your skin. So we have Itovi there. Heather and Heidi will be doing Itovi readings. So you can come and do some self-care while you are doing some holiday shopping. So enough from me. I want to hand it over to Dr. Ginny. Dr. Ginny, just to give you a little bit of information about her for those of you that are new to our call. She is a functional medicine educator and naturopathic physician who has been working with patients for 2 decades, helping them heal from chronic illnesses. She addresses all levels of health, the physical, the mental, the emotional, the spiritual, and supporting people in their healing journey. And she uses the best of the worlds of both modern science and the ancient healing powers of the mind, plants, and nutrition. And she absolutely loves helping people find their core vitality so people can live in more joy and share their light in the world. And we absolutely adore Dr. Ginny. So give it up. Help me give her a round of applause and welcome Dr. Ginny.
Thank you so much, Aisha. Thank you. I'm so excited for all the different promos that are happening, and I will be putting some stuff on Facebook about like the frankincense and the yarrow palm, and I'm super happy to hang on here at the end for a few more minutes if people have questions about those oils. Very happy to always answer about that or anything really.
Awesome.
So welcome, you guys. I am Dr. Jenny Tufenkian, and I do have a little Facebook Live here called Reminder to Love. I am a naturopathic physician, educator, and mom, and a woman on a mission to absolutely improve everybody's vitality. And to me, vitality is more than just being not dead, because conventional medicine has this whole thing where it's like, as long as you're not dead, that's what they want. And I actually think that's great. It has its place. Not being dead is awesome, but there's this huge place between not dead and optimal health. There's a huge range there. And what I want is for people to increase their toolbox, their skills, their knowledge, so that they can live in that optimum, vital place of health. You know, and I get that we're not always in a place of joy, but what's your resilience to handle when you do get sick? Or what's your resilience when there are hard times? Like personally right now, I'm going through a hard time with my dad, and it triggers a bunch of stuff for me, but I'm able to use my toolbox to get me in and out of places. So that's what I really want for you guys. And what is it that when you're down, can you take advantage of that? Like, I love what Louise Rose said in her PTSD talk about really beginning to sort of feel and do the work when you're triggered by something emotionally. You want to have the tools to do that. This time of year, in this season, we're so busy. You're either filled with joy because it's the holiday season and you love the holidays, and there's a bunch of social events that you're going to, you're traveling, people are visiting you, you get to see your friends and your family, and you're totally stoked. Or you're in complete, absolute stress, overwhelm, and dread because of all the same reasons, right? It's the holidays, you got to travel, people are coming to town, you've got family you got to visit. And sometimes you may be like, going moment to moment from like joy to dread to fear to overwhelm. I get it. No matter what, all we can say is it's stressful. And we have all this stress this time of year, on top of the fact that it happens to be peak virus season. We are traveling more, other people are traveling more opportunities to share those viruses, more kid events where we get to goober all over each other, and we tend to be off diet, eating more sugar, more alcohol, getting less sleep. All of it is just a huge pile of it's not so great for your health. So there are a lot of solutions to some of these problems that I just posed. I'm going to share 2 of my favorites with you today on how you can increase your health and your vitality and get into more optimal health. And then I have something super special I'm excited to share with you in just a few minutes. So the 2 things that can really help up-level your health this time of year are light and lily pads. So light, we all need more light. A lot of us, well, okay, maybe there are a few of you who live in like this completely, you're in a really sunny climate. Maybe you need more shade, but you can still take to heart what I'm saying. So, but a lot of us live on the East or West Coast, and we're in North America, and we're in some place right now as we're entering into the winter solstice that there's less light, and that really affects our mood. What I find is what happens in my clinic is January, February, people show up and they're depressed. And they're like, what's up, man? My Hanukkah Christmas hangover is lasting way too long. What's going on? I don't feel like doing anything. And when we look back and do the history and map it back, we find that it really started to happen in the fall. It started to happen when the light started to change. And they have seasonal affective disorder. you may have SAD, and that may be one of the things that's affecting you. And I did a whole reminder to love on this a year ago. So if you want a little deeper dive, I recommend you go into our archives, into the website, and find that and take a look at that. But I'm just going to I'm doing it again now because we need it. Some of you have come to me and told me how you're feeling, and I see it in my patients and honestly in myself, where we just need to get more light in. So the great thing about seasonal affective disorder means that you get like low dopamine and serotonin, so you want to increase those. Some of the symptoms are feeling low mood or cranky. Irritability is really common. You're just like a little more snippy with the kids or a little snippier with your coworkers. That may be a sign that you have seasonal affective disorder on kind of a low grade level. Or your motivation to do things. It's like, oh, it's Christmas and the Christmas decorations, you're going to decorate the tree, but you're thinking, oh man, what, I have to go to the attic to get the decorations. It's just so that low, every time you feel like you have to do something, that could be low dopamine. So we want to increase these. You can do these in a couple of really easy ways. So 3 easy ways. One is movement. Exercise has been proven over and over again to really help. So just remember your movement schedule. That really helps your mood throughout the year. And then second is light. Light is huge. I have a happy light. I just bought it off Amazon. And I keep it going in this time of year. It makes a huge difference. So highly recommend you get a happy light. Use it as directed. Great for kids. I used to do yoga when my baby was little as a toddler. We would do yoga together in the living room, and I put the big happy light on, and I knew it was so good for him too. The light goes into your eye, and it affects your brain and your chemistry in your brain and really helps your mood. The other thing, of course, are lovely oils. The oils are amazing for seasonal affective disorder. There have been a number of them that have been studied to increase the serotonin and the dopamine. So some of my favorites are wild orange, super well studied. Another citrus oil is bergamot. Oh, so good to help elevate your mood. And remember, these oils, actually, when you diffuse them, they go in super fast into your brain because you inhale them through your nose. They go and they affect that limbic brain instantly. And inhalation is actually the fastest way to get the oils in. So you can be your own diffuser, put them on your wrists and breathe them like this, put them on your chest, or you can just diffuse them in your room. I also like elevation. There's a St. John's wort product called Uplift. I get those mixed up. But elevation, I love the smell of elevation. And cheer is like liquid sunshine in a bottle, as is turmeric. Now, turmeric is one of our newer oils, and when you look at it, it's golden. It's just golden. I did a lot of deep research on that oil, and it's amazing. It really helps with depression and mood issues. So, and most people find that they can take it with medications if you're on medications. This is a really good place for me to remind myself to tell you that nothing that I ever tell you is meant to treat or diagnose in this situation. I can't do that on our Facebook Lives, unfortunately. So, anything that I say is just meant as a suggestion and something for you to discuss with your health provider team. Now, turmeric essential oil is one of those that taking it internally works great. So you can just take a few drops a day to increase your mood and to affect your seasonal affective disorder. Now, the great thing about SAD, seasonal affective disorder, is that once you start treating it, it responds really quickly. Like if you start diffuse your oils and turn on your light, you might start feeling better within minutes, hours, or days. If you are still a week or two later of doing these protocols, still feeling blue, then what I have to say to you is that it may be something else going on. And I will say, I do have to do a little plug for the Lifelong Vitality Pack, because that set of vitamins really helps kind of create a nice base level for mood issues. I know a lot of you have already experienced this, where your mood was substantially better once you got on the Lifelong Vitality Pack. So if you haven't experimented with that, or if you forget to take them, add that in, because that can really just improve your base level health. But if you're still suffering from feeling low mood after doing these things, then you may have something else going on, and you may need to get some additional help. And I get this can be challenging, because one of the tricks is that when we feel depressed, we feel like there's no hope. I mean, that's the whole thing, right? And that's a hard place to be. I get it. And if you're there, I have 2 things to tell you. One is that there are things that can help you. I know there are. You just have to hang in there. You have to keep seeking and searching. There are oils, there are remedies, there are people, there are medications, there are things out there that can really help you get better. and find what it is that you need. You just need to keep adding things to that toolbox. And then when something does hit, when you start to go down that slide, you know what it is. I can relate to this because this is something that's part of my family history too. And when you start beginning to go down that slide, you recognize it and you can bring yourself up. Again, that's part of the vitality, the resilience, the optimum health, your toolkit, all this stuff. You need to keep working that. The second thing I want to tell you is you're totally worth getting help. I know when you're depressed, you have a low sense of self-worth and you don't think you're worthy of that help, but you are worthy of that help. You deserve to get that help. We need to get your light to shine too. So the other solution to all of these problems that we can have this time of year, the stress and the busyness and the not paying attention to our health, because that's really the thing. Whether we're stressed out or we're excited, we're just not noticing how our health is actually something I call lily pads. So imagine, just come with me for a second. Imagine you're a frog and you live on a pond and you hop up onto that lily pad and you're on that lily pad and you can bask in the sun and your life is that little pond down there. Your hairy, crazy little life is the pond. And you're on the lily pad and you're able to like kind of get a little perspective, you know, check out what's going on in the pond and check out back over there a little bit more. It gives you time to break, to take a pause. We all need this. If there's one really great tip that I can give you, which is to improve your health, it's to plan a vacation, which I know sounds really crazy, but it is so true. This is so essential to be able to do this. We live in a 24/7 stress schedule. We're all trying to improve. We're trying to be really awesome parents. We're trying to really improve our work. We've got missions we're trying to accomplish. We're always putting pressure on ourselves. There's a lot going out there politically and personally. It's stressful. We need to take that break. And that break will increase your productivity. It will increase your sensitivity. It will increase your compassion. It's a really good thing to do. And I have to say, I didn't always do this. When I was in medical school and we had a toddler, I had no money and very little time. And so we did very little in the vacation world. Our only vacations were what we would do with our parents. And so we were always with in-laws, one or the other of us with in-laws. And we had some good times for sure. And because we were absolutely 100% broke, our in-laws would help us out in any way that they could with the vacation, which I totally appreciated and was an amazing gift for us. But those vacations had their limitations. And my husband and I had a big aha years into our marriage, and I want to share those with you now. So to save you the time, and yes, I admit the suffering that we went through to figure this out for ourselves, and it's two things. So number one, those extended family vacations are fantastic and wonderful and to be enjoyed and planned and relished, but they don't count as your vacation. You deserve another break. You get to have another break. That doesn't count. That's not your vacation. It is time with family, which is also great. The second rule is what we call lily pads. So what we have is whenever we come back from another vacation, we know when our next vacation is. Even if it's just a day trip, our day trip is, if we're going to the beach and we're coming back, on the way back, I'm like, where's our next lily pad? And we'll talk about it. If we don't have a vacation plan, we'll figure something out and we'll be like, okay, we're going to take a hike in the gorge or something like that. It's so important to know. Your brain really enjoys knowing when that next pause is. So then you can really sink into your work, into your life, knowing that you have that next lily pad to jump to. It's really helps with stress management. It's been proven over and over again. So highly recommend that you guys do that for yourselves and plan your lily pads. And get that vacation planned that I know you guys want to take. Now, if you're like how I used to think when people would talk to me about, oh, you should do this great vacation, three things would come up big time. One is, I don't have any money. I can't afford it. The second is, I don't have the time. I've got too much work to do or schoolwork or work to do. Can't do it. And the third was, what if I get sick? Like, I just so don't want to travel, especially this time of year, and get sick. So let me help you with those, all right? So the first one, money. If you feel like you don't have enough money to do anything fun, then let me help you with that because I've been there. So with the best thing to do with money stuff is two tips here. The first one is to just plan a day trip in your town, doing something that's totally free. Pretend you're a tourist in your own town. For us, we call it Port Cisco. That happened when we were supposed to go to San Francisco and my husband put his back out. So we ended up staying in Portland and we turned it into a Port Cisco date. And so now that's a code word for us. Whenever we're going to we're going to go on vacation in our own city, we're like, hey, Port Cisco. And I love our Port Cisco dates. So, but you can look through and figure out what's all the free stuff you can do in your own town, and then make a total day of it. Have fun, dress up however you would if you were traveling, invite your friends, and just blow out and have an awesome time. The second thing is you want to take that big trip. You want to go to Thailand. You want to do something really cool, but you don't have the cash right now. That's great. Plan for it. And more than plan for it, begin to live it, because that's when the universe really resonates with you in this place of abundance. So go to the library, get the book on Thailand, map out where you want to go. Start thinking about the culture and what it is that you want to learn about that place, and really begin to experience it. Just this planning part, if you're planning with joy and curiosity, is also very healing for the brain. That sense of wonder, the body doesn't actually know if you've actually done something or you've imagined it. And we know that new experiences really help stimulate the brain cells. So it actually counteracts some of the things that can cause to Alzheimer's and aging and memory loss, is having joyful new experiences. But again, they can be imagined. So imagine yourself on this trip in the state of curiosity and wonder. So there's a warning, there's like kind of a sandpit potential danger zone here that I want to warn you of. It's one that I fall in often, and it's getting into, you need to be careful not to get into your victim and lack space. And the victim and lack space is because that shifts the energy. If Bob and Martha got to go to Thailand, went to Thailand, and you're like, oh man, Bob and Martha went to Thailand and I didn't get to go, and that's the tone of voice you're working in, then what's going on is that you're coming from your lack and your victim. What you want to do is shift that. Celebrate Bob and Martha going to Thailand. Celebrate knowing that whatever they learned, you're going to learn, and that's going to improve your trip. And I will tell you that when you get to take this vacation, this is going to be the best vacation you have ever had in your life, because what you have invested. Stay in that state of curiosity. One of the things I think would be really cool is if there's a place you want to go, and since you're an essential oil lover and you love plants, it's like, what are the oils that are used in that place? So like for Thailand, like they must use lemongrass, right? And think about basil. You could research these oils and you could start cooking with them, which actually I did once. I had this curry paste and some coconut milk and some chicken, and I wanted to make some food, but I didn't have the lemongrass. I didn't have the basil. I didn't have the ginger. I ended up using all my essential oils for that dinner, and it was delicious. It was crazy good. But do you understand what I'm getting at? It's like there's this increase your curiosity and wonderment of where you want to go, so you stay in this place of joy. So the next thing, and you're going to love that trip. So the next thing is, what if you get sick? Oh no, the next thing is time, right? So what if you don't have time? So all I can say is, hello, fellow workaholics. I'm totally there with you. I get it. I know I am one of those. And the research has proved over and over and over again for all of us that we are better off taking a break. We need to have that time to reset and recalibrate. The breakthrough that you want to have in your business, that realization you want in your personal life, those happen when you're on vacation or when you just come back from vacation. You need to have that shift of that new space. So do it. It's not about the time. And then what about if you're getting sick? Yeah, so this was me a lot. Every time I went to the UK, I would get sick when I was in medical school and I had a toddler, and I just assumed it was part of having a toddler and being in medical school, which was part of it. It was definitely the stress, but there were a lot of other things going on too. So if you're like me, if you're one of those people that's like, oh my gosh, I just booked the tickets for Christmas and I'm so terrified the kids are going to get sick. Or if you don't even book the ticket because you're afraid you're going to get like Teresa, you're going to get food poisoning if you go to that really cool place you've always wanted to visit. Or you're that person that's like terrified that your allergies are going to get totally triggered, or that sinusitis, and you're going to end up sick as a dog, and you spend all this money on the vacation. I totally get it, because like I said, that's where I have been too. And when I was in medical school, even though I was learning how to be a doctor, I couldn't figure out how to even just avoid a cold or a flu. But since then, I have really figured out a lot of amazing tips that really support me. And I've really increased my toolbox so that I'm able to address those things when they come up. And I use my mind a lot to be able to help myself when I'm traveling to stay really healthy and vital. So I am, as you can, maybe you can tell, like I am like one of those people that is just absolutely love helping people. And I'm kind of addicted to it. And so what I did is I actually created this guide for you with all of my tips in it. And I've been using this stuff for like 20 years. I had patients coming back to me who were, I do this with my patients where I talk about this travel and what they're going to do. And they've been traveling and they come back so grateful. Like they went to Colombia and they don't have any gut problems. They were backpacking in Nepal and had terrible skin infections and used On Guard to treat their skin infections. So these people are able to stay on vacation. And I, as this sort of addicted to helping people, when I travel, I see people who are suffering and I so want to go help them. And sometimes I do, completely embarrassing my children by talking to total strangers and saying, hey, I happen to notice that this, would you like this oil? I know some of you guys do that too. It's like, would you like this oil? And I love that we can help people that way. But I was really thinking about how can I help people more? And I decided to sit down and I told everything that I know, everything about traveling, how to stay healthy. And I downloaded it into this guide for you guys. And I'm so excited. I finally get to share it with you because it has honestly been a labor of love. And I've been working on it for like a year. And I have this guide that walks you through how to handle tourista, how to handle anxiety of flying, how to handle homesickness. What do you do about those colds and flus? How can you boost your immune system? What about jet lag? What about insomnia? All of those things I've addressed in this guide. And it's super easy to use. It has what to pack list, what to eat. I'm well known for my amazing meals that I make when I'm on the airplane. And I've listed some of those, and I'll probably shoot some videos later with more of that information because I know everybody wants to continue to eat well when they're traveling. You really don't have to stop and just start eating junk food. You can continue to eat well when you're traveling. And this is really, when I think about this guide, it really meets my mission because this is the new world. It's like the new world is us having the power to be able to take care of things that we used to go to other people for. We used to have to go to them, to the physician, to get help. And there's a lot of stuff that we can do ourselves. Now, there are times when you do need extra help. And this guide is like your physician in your pocket, a resource for you to tap into. And it also has information into there when you may need to see somebody one-on-one. You may need to go to a doctor one-on-one, but when you do go, you're going to be so much full of information about what's going on with you that you'll get the help that you need really quickly. So to cut all of this information from me in the clinic, it would take like an hour or two of us talking, which is totally like hundreds of dollars of your money. And, traveling's expensive. I hate it when I go on vacation for a vacation and then end up being sick and wasting that time. What if you could use the mindset tricks that I have in my guide to prevent this from happening and be able to get there and just, enjoy that vacation instead of feeling like you were so stressed out from work that as soon as you got there, this happened to me. I was in Hawaii years ago with my little one before I figured all this out. And I've been working so hard before I hit this vacation that I landed in Maui. And I felt like, those 1800s train, those movies where the train is just like totally barreling through, and then slams on its brake and there's all this smoke. That's what my body felt like. I've been going so fast and hard that when I stopped, I got sick. And so that's one of the tips in there is like, you need to kind of get yourself ready for your vacation on the way there to help reset your body so it understands what slowing down is like. So you don't have to get sick to remind yourself what it is to be on vacation. So anyway, tons of tips in there. I would so love for you to get this and, save your vacation days for actually being on vacation, or save your work trips for being super productive at time there. So I had so much more information I wanted to share with people that I actually created a second guide, which is a natural health first aid guide. Has a lot of our lovely oils in there, along with all of my information from 20 years of naturopathic medicine. And I created the second guide. And I wanted to add that in as a bonus for you guys. So what I wanted to do is, because you guys are totally my people and I love you so much, this guide usually, I'm doing a total ridiculous sale on it this week, and it usually goes for $21.97. Both guides are $21.97 each. I'm bundling them together and I want to sell them to you guys for $9.97. That's $9.97 for both of them this week. And I'm going to post a little code, a little link to getting this travel guide and a little code for you guys, because I would love for you to have it. I know that will really help you and your family so much. So I had a few comments from people that were like, from people who got this guide already, my early adopters, and they're like, wow, this is amazing. So much information. I wish I had this last summer for my vacation. Thank you, JB. This is the most comprehensive, healthy travel guide I've seen on the market. I have learned so much just reading it. I cannot wait to try these remedies. And then at first, I did not think I would want to pay for a product where there's so much free information online. Now that I've seen it, I realize the value. It's beyond anything I can Google. It's truly your experience and training. Thank you, AH. You know, if this just saved you the money from one urgent care, you're totally getting your money's worth. It's a fraction of the cost of a copay. And I would be living my mission, you know? It's like, I want you guys to know how to take care of yourselves, how to use these beautiful oils that we have effectively, how to just really up-level your baseline health everywhere you're going, so that you can spend your energy and your time doing your mission, your work, being a better parent, just living your life. I would totally love for you to have these guides in your hands. I know they're going to serve you and your family. You know, when we're healthier and we're more vital, we can shine our lights. And that's what I want for you. And I want you to have more light inside and outside. And I want you to have more resilience and ability to be more in that optimal health zone. When we have that toolkit, we feel more confident. And with that confidence, we can expand our horizons both internally and externally. We can go beyond and move through our fear. And that's what I want for you. I want you to be in your light. And again, inside and outside, shine that light brighter. So get the happy light, diffuse your oils for total joy, and plan that vacation. Dream big, you guys, dream big. And buy this travel guide while it's on sale this week. It's on sale until the 9th. After that, it's back up to its $21.97 price. If you want to get it later, that's fine. But just buy that guide. Share your information, you guys. We are such a community of people that have so much wisdom and knowledge. I love it when we share and learn from each other. So please ask questions, share your tidbits and your knowledge. I love you guys so much, and thank you for your time.
Thank you, Dr. Jenny. I always love hearing all that information, so helpful. If anybody has any questions, I'm not seeing any questions come through. You can type them quickly, but otherwise we will wrap it up. Let me just look.
Yeah, I will just mention, you had a question about the yarrow palm.
Yes, yeah, you want to talk about yarrow palm for a moment?
Well, yeah, I will say is I did a lot of research on yarrow palm before I did the mitochondria talk, and really looked at the elements that were in yarrow palm. And I just really, and I will highly recommend people watch that brilliant doc talk that came on. If you guys haven't seen it, the doc talk that all the doctors did, which was brilliant. And there are a few other useful tips about yarrow palm. And what I'm going to be doing is I'll post some of the research and information that I got this month as it's coming up, and work with some other people to post that. If anybody has any specific questions about yarrow palm, let me know. But I think yarrow palm's amazing and would fit really well in with sort of this increasing your mood this time of year. But do dose it carefully. Some people find that they do really well with a full dose of 2 drops twice a day. Other people need to kind of gradually move in there. And I just want to echo what Dr. Josie Schmidt and Dr. Mika Crew and Dr. Louise Rose and Dr. Will Wong were saying about, you really want to be very respectful of your body. This is a lot of what I'm talking about too. You want to be very respectful about what is it that you're actually sensing. And if you feel like it's bringing up some stuff for you, then just back off for it. But keep moving through and doing the healing work. Yarrow palm is a warrior herb. It's really there to help us heal and empower us. I actually don't think it's one of those things you want to take forever all the time. I think it's one of those things you want to take and use it to do its healing, and then it's going to come back to you when you need it to help you move to the next level again. And then I talked about this in the mitochondria talk, but I'm just so in love with the pomegranate and the yarrow together, and talking about how, it's like this magic blanket ride, and how it allows it to go into the blood-brain barrier and really heal that brain and get the toxicity out of the brain. And we have so few remedies that really heal that brain, and we're just so inundated with toxicity that it's an amazing gift. I love that oil. So
Dr. Jenny, I have a question for you.
yeah,
I'm
sure.
using the yarrow palm both internally and topically. I like to mix a few drops in with my Immortel serum,
Yeah.
and I've been using it on my face
Yeah.
morning and night because it has amazing collagen producing benefits, right? So have you found that people that are using it topically are also having emotional stuff come up, or really more just from the internal use of it?
Aisha, that is a brilliant question. I honestly don't know, because I don't have a big enough group of people that have done the topical, but I think within our group here, I would love to gather some information about that. If that would be a great question to pose to the group. This is where we can use each other as a community that's really interested in improving our health and collect the data for that. So that would be something that I'd be really curious for people to chime in and say. My hunch is that I would doubt it, to be honest, because I think it's working kind of at a different level. But then again, the oil's going in your skin, is going in through your body. So I'd be curious. Yeah.
So I have
Yeah.
one more question about yarrow palm. This was posted on our Essential Wellness page under the yarrow palm post that I made from Maria, but I think it's a really great question for the group.
Yeah.
Very curious about the tagline that it supports the normal function of stimulating collagen production. I have hypermobility, EDS, which relates to poor collagen function, especially in the joints. Could taking it internally help with that?
I'd have to say possible. I would say, I mean, obviously I can't treat or diagnose or prescribe here on there. So it kind of gets into that little tricky territory. I would think actually putting it on topically onto the joints might be kind of an interesting approach, onto some of the joints. And, but I would also I would suggest she talks with their treatment team about experimenting with that, because I think it may have a possibility. There may be some other things that she would want to work on as foundations to be able to make the yarrow palm be able to do the work on that level. Okay. Does that make sense, or you want me to clarify that? In terms of, sometimes
just a little clarification.
Sometimes when people come in and they have congenital, things that they inherited, congenital disease, those can be a little harder to treat if it's congenital. If you're coming in with a complex chronic illness, and I think it's unrealistic to expect one remedy to take care of everything. Sometimes those do happen, and those are miracles. Truly, those are miracles. Usually there's a baseline health that you need to get intact, and then these remedies work really well. A lot of the miracles that you're hearing about people posting about using our essential oils, I think, are because we are an essential wellness community that has already improved our basic health level. Like if you take this community compared to the average out there, we're already eating better. You're taking your lifelong vitality pack. You're doing some mindfulness. All those things really affect your physiology and makes it so that the body's a lot more willing to accept the healing message of the oil into the body. Also, I mean, all of us naturopaths love to talk about our emunctories, making sure that the liver's functioning, the gut is functioning. All that stuff is really essential. But the oils can help you get there, but they also, when you do as much as you can to support that, then the oils can work much more quickly. So I don't know anything about this person's history. So if she's already done a lot of great baseline health, then it may be the yarrow palm is just like this amazing miracle for her. If this is sort of her first entry into doing anything with medicine, the yarrow palm may do something amazing, may be totally miraculous and help her, but it may be that she needs to do some other things as well.
Awesome. I have another question that's come in. Will yarrow palm help support kidney function?
That was actually discussed in the seminar, and it does help with some kidney function, but the kidneys, it depends on which part of the kidney we're talking about. And so it depends on, the kidney has a lot of different functions.
Okay.
But it does help with erythropoietin development.
Okay. And do you find that yarrow pom, I know some of these questions we did talk about in the mysteries of yarrow pom. So as Dr. Jenny said, if you want a deeper dive into yarrow pom, we did a call last Saturday called The Mysteries of Yarrow Pom, and those videos are on the Facebook pages to check out. But just to review some of the talking points, there was also a question about blood sugar balance and if yarrow pom will help support healthy blood sugar levels.
Yeah, yes, it can help support healthy blood sugar levels for sure. That is one of the indications for using yarrow pom. But again, it needs to be seen within the from my perspective, it needs to be seen within the context of also making healthy choices,
Right.
and looking at and what is the cause of the blood sugar imbalance, and is it low blood sugar or high blood sugar, and is it insulin dependent or non-insulin? There's a lot of different things, but yeah, it's definitely, it really helps. Yarrow pom helps stabilize your metabolism, which is your blood sugar, and that's also has to do with your lipids, your cholesterol levels, your hormones, your whole endocrine system, your hormones. It's very amazing balancer in that way, and very powerful antioxidant and healer. So it is a pretty great oil. I'm hoping they can keep their supplies up.
Right? I know, me too. Me too. I'm actually almost out of my bottle and I'm panicking. I can't wait for the next bottle to get here. And I think what you said is a really beautiful reminder that the oils within themselves are not the cure-all, but they are a very powerful and important part of our wellness plan. And so to go back to that, our beautiful pyramid of nutrition and sleep and hydration and exercise and informed self-care, and then you're really coming in with that even extra education, that higher level self-care, and then incorporating the essential oils into your daily routine. And I personally experienced the most benefit from using the small, frequent daily doses. If you use an essential oil once in a while, you are not going to see the same long-term benefits as using them every day. It's like brushing your teeth, right? You can go, well, I don't like to go a day without brushing my teeth. Right? But you brush your teeth every day to keep your teeth healthy. It's the same with the oils. We take those oils every single day, and it's over a span of time that we see the bigger results. And it's those healthy daily habits that adds to our longevity and our vitality.
Absolutely. I totally agree with that. And that's really what my mission is, for people to increase that toolbox, right? And I love the oils for that, because you're right, as you use them every day and you get comfortable with which ones you can use for what, it's not necessarily the same ones every day, because every day is a little different. You may have your baseline for a while and then switch that up because you're working on some other issue, but they're amazing for helping us shift to a new level on physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual levels. I mean, that's one of the things I love the oils, because to me, that's really true health, is when you're addressing all of those levels, and the oils work on all of those levels simultaneously, which is one of the things they talk about with the mysteries of yarrow pom, right? Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Did you have another question? Go ahead. What were you going to say?
I don't think so. I think we covered the questions. If anyone has any last questions, type them on either Facebook or in our Zoom chat. It's really fun to be on live with all of you and get the questions coming in. We really appreciate you all joining us. We have quite a few people that have joined us on Facebook. So it's just lovely to have this conversation and be together this morning. Oh, I had a question, but I think I forgot.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, I know what I was going to say.
Yeah.
With all of our products, I mean, it's hard to say this because I've heard so many life-transforming stories from various products, especially the LLV. My own personal transformational story really happened with Slim and Sassy.
Yeah.
But with all of our new product releases, I don't know that I've seen quite the range of testimonials come in that I've seen come in from yarrow pom.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere from, healing of the skin or supporting the skin, the mental, emotional support, and then surprisingly, the shedding of the weight and the weight loss. And and how many people are just, the testimonials are just rolling out of the power and how this oil alone is really transformative for people. So it's been really exciting to see that. And now that it's open and available to everybody, I'm excited to see that continue to happen.
Yeah, I think it's great. And I actually think some of the weight loss, it has to do with the resetting of the metabolism, but it's also the Europalm really, I think, is allowing you to release what I call toxic fat.
Yeah. Oh, we lost Jenny.
15 from.
Oh, are you still there? There you are.
Sorry.
Oh,
I'm still here. Can you see?
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, I just got a phone call for some reason that shouldn't have come in, but it did. So, but yeah, which I'll go into more detail when we do the big talk on fat, which will be great. I'll really dive into that for folks.
So yeah. Lisa just shared she is down 22 pounds since using Yaropalm. That is amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. That is incredible. I mean, it's really incredible for people, really helping people move towards healthier lifestyle. Love it. Okay, well, anything else? I think we can wrap it up.
Thanks, you guys. Yeah, thank you. I did remember that one of some of the oils that I wanted to add in for the seasonal affective disorder. I love adding Siberian fir and cypress for transitions this time of year to your diffuser blends. And also frankincense is amazing for any kind of emotional thing you're going through, because it really helps you find your place and it also connects you to your spiritual center. So get that frankincense in your order this month.
Yes, I recommend getting a few bottles of the frankincense.
I do too.
I like to stock up for the year and just get December.
Yeah.
Totally worth it. Okay,
right.
thank you. Have a beautiful week, everybody. And next week, Dr. Josie will be here with the Doc Talk panel, and she will actually be sharing more about frankincense. So we look forward to seeing you all then. Have a great night. Have a great day, great night, wherever you are in the world. Okay.
Thank you, everybody. Lots of love.